Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're safe and well and I've had a good stitchy week. So first of all, I just want to welcome any new subscribers. So thank you very much for subscribing. And again, thank you for returning if you're an existing subscriber. So yeah, so it's been 2 weeks since my last update. I haven't done much stitching in that. So I haven't done any at all this week yet. So yeah, it's been an eventful week. Well, 2 weeks. So as you know, last time I mentioned Shane had hurt his foot. So he had to go for an x-ray and we was waiting for the results on that one. In the meantime, he went for some physio because the doctor thinks he badly sprained it. And then after the physio, he went for an ultrasound. Let's get this right. He went to the doctors and it just showed his foot was sprained. There was no break. He went for physio, then he went for an ultrasound to see if it torn his ligaments. Anyway, when he went for his ultrasound, they actually saw on the ultrasound that had actually fractured his ankle. So where the ankle meets the leg, so like on the joint part there, he fractured it. So yeah, so he shouldn't have even had physio on it. So yeah, so he's fractured his foot. So he's off now for work for 4 weeks. So yeah, so don't I know about it. So yeah, so taking him backwards and forwards to the doctors and physio and x-rays and everything like that. And then I've had appointments galore as well. So as you know, I've been having problems with my elbow from work. So I went to see the specialist on Monday and he sent me for a load of tests. So I had a nerve conducting one to see if the nerve had been damaged or whatever. So I went for that on Wednesday. That shows that my nerve's still intact, which is good. But they have confirmed that I've got the start of carpal tunnel in both my wrists. Yay. Then that was Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday I had to fill in all these forms. No, get it right. Tuesday I had to fill in all the forms for the test. Wednesday I had the test. Thursday was shopping. Yesterday I was at the physio because I've now got to have a splint for my elbow for night time to keep my arm straight while I'm sleeping instead of having it bent. So yeah, that was fun. My sat nav took me here, there and everywhere, got me lost several times. Good old sat nav. So yeah, so I have had no stitching at all. And then next week I've got my MRI, I've got the specialist for my neck and then I've got physio. So yeah, so it's just a crazy couple of weeks. Hopefully I can get some stitching done this week. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I've actually stitched after last time I saw you. So for that week, while running around after Shane and that, I got some stitching done. I've only worked on 5 projects. So we'll show you what we've done there. So the first project was by X-Stitch Octopus, or Cross Stitch Octopus, which is Pumpkin Party, which is this one. So I worked in this section here, mainly this time. So this one is on 14 count yellow Ada. It's 2/1 full cross, and this got 424 stitches. So this is where we're up to on there now. So I've got all the bottom part there done. I think I completed his leg. Yeah, I completed his leg. So next time this comes out, it'll be his leg and his wing here, and then his head, and then the back stitching. So yeah, so this got 424 stitches. It's coming along. So that was that one. So it's getting close to a finish. The next one I worked on was my third governor piece, which is Tulip, this one. So I mainly worked in this area here, I believe. This is on 18 count Ada. I'm doing it to 2/1 full cross. It was originally called for 2/2, but I didn't like the coverage. This one only got 150 stitches because it took me ages to figure out where I was on the chart. So this is where we are on there now. So as you can see, the red, it was mainly, yeah, this part here. Filling a lot of this part and then started on this part here. It's not as quick going as I thought this one would be. I thought it would have been an easy finish. Clearly I was wrong. So that was that one. The next one I worked on was my long dog sampler, which is Anzac, this one. So as I said, I was going to work in the kangaroos. So that's the area I worked in. This is on 18 count Ada. That was Coffee Tea Dyed by Kelly from Kel Stitches. This one got 243 stitches on this one. So this is where we are on there now. Let me fold it again. There we go. So this is where we are on there now. So, so I worked in this kangaroo, brought him down, and worked a bit more in there, and filled in the last little bits around here. But I was doing this kangaroo, and it's like, it doesn't look right. I've missed a whole row off. So last stitch on every single row I'd missed, so I had to fill that in. And then when I was doing this part here, it was like, well, this doesn't count right. Yeah, I'd added an extra row on the back of this one. So it's a little bit fudge, but still looks good. So this is stitched with Mrs. Sailor Silk and the colourway Supernova, and I'm doing it 1/1 full cross. So yeah, it's getting there. I think that was the only area I worked in. Yeah, this part and this part here. Obviously I've still got the back stitching in there to make it look like what it's meant to. So that is Anzac. Next one I worked on was my monthly piece, which we need to pull a new one because it's the first weekend of the month. So this one is my Dimensions Gold Collection Petite Wolf. So if you remember, I worked my way up, so I'm working my way back down now. So this is on 18 count white Ada, and it's however it's called for. So far there's been a lot of half crosses. So this one got 940 stitches since last time you've seen it. So this is where this one is there now. So you can see its ears coming in. I made it all the way across to the end, and I filled in a lot of the branches. So yeah, so it's coming along. So yes, it's got 940 stitches. I say that's this one completed for its monthly weekends. So that'll be switched out, so we'll draw that in a minute. And then the last piece I worked on was Heaven Nerve Designs Supersized Tiger Family of the Jungle, artwork by John Patrick Presney. And I was working in the rat's nest that I had around here. This is on 25 count easy guide, and I'm doing it 1/1 full cross. So I got nearly all of the park threads done. So this got 850 stitches. So this is where we are there now, and I got one strand left. That was all. I was going to try and get it in, but I just couldn't. So yeah, but it's filling in nicely now, look, as you can tell. So the majority of this part of the bird here is all done. I brought it over here a little bit, but yeah, looking good. So yeah, this got 850 stitches. So I think it's filled in near enough half the page on that. So that was all the projects that I worked on this week. Last week. So in the last fortnight, that's all I've worked on. I didn't get a chance to work on my reindeer piece. I never had a chance at all for that one. So that's all those. So I will draw for next week's projects, and hopefully I can get some stitching done. So first of all, we will choose our next weekend project. If I can find it. Where's me? Oh, that's me. There we go. Tiny decisions up. Now, well, as soon as we're on this one, we'll pull the 4 projects. It says I'm already on this one here. So we'll pull the 4 projects for this week. So we have Quaker Turtle, next one, Tiger Chilling, Dimensions Kit, we went on Tulip last week, so no, we're not doing that one again. wolf, so he's not going away. And last but not least, Northern Lights. So that's my kit piece. So they're the ones that we're working on this week. Let's see what monthly project we're going to be working on this week. Or this month. That's Totem by Pain Free Crafts. Okay, so that's going to be, hopefully get at least one page finished and on to the next one. So that's my monthly one for this month. So that'll get worked on every Saturday and every Friday. Right, so let me go and pull these projects and I will be back in a moment. Okay, so we'll start with the project that's going to be my one for this month. So this one is Totem by Lou Bell. Artwork's by Lou Bell and it's charted by Pain Free Crafts. So I'm up here at the moment. This is on 28 count easy guide, 1/1 full cross. That's where we're going to be starting from on there. So as I say, I've almost got this page finished, so we should get this page finished and a good chunk of the next page, hopefully. So that's where Totem's going to be starting from. So that's the new monthly project. And then the projects I'm going to be working on this week. So first one is my Dimensions kit, which is Tiger Chilling Out, which is this one. So I'm currently working in like this area here. So this is on 18 count Black Ada, and it's however it's called for. So far it seems to be 2/1 full cross, I think, and the bottom half is mainly the half stitches. So this is where that one's going to be starting from on there. So yeah, I believe I've got all the way up to here, and I'm working my way down this part here at the moment. So we'll see where we get to on that one. Next one is Quaker Turtle. This is by ORTM. And but this time I'm going to finish this flipper off and then see where we go there. So this is on 18 count Ada. That was again dyed by Kelly from Kel Stitches. And this is where we are in total. So this is the flipper that I need to finish. So we'll finish that flipper off and then I'll either continue with this bit or fill in that bit or go somewhere else. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. That's Quaker Turtle. And that's using various silks, doing 1/1 full cross. Next one is my kit, Jan Lind kit, which is Northern Lights, which is this one. So I'm working in this wolf at the top here at the moment. This is on 14 count Black Ada. And the part I'm doing here is just 1/1 either full cross or half stitch. So this is where we are in total. So the bottom part's done. So I'm working on this top part here. So last time I did his nose and this part, I frogged a bit, add a bit more. So I'll start working my way up to the top towards his ears and that and see where we get to. And the next one obviously is my other Dimensions kit, which is the wolf one. So again, that's where we're going to be starting from on here. So we'll see where we go. But yeah, I think around about here is a third of the project done, I think, roughly. So that one I'll get some more work in it. And then again, obviously the last one is my Supersized Tiger family. So on this one again, we'll do that last one strand and then start working down and see what we can do. So that's all the projects I'm going to be working on there. I'm not going to do the temperature stitching this week because, as I say, I know I've got 3 appointments this week that I've got to go to, so I'm not going to have a chance to get all them done as well. I don't think there's going to be a stitch with me this week. Now, obviously, a lot of people have commented with regards to the stitch with me, and they like them. So, my last stitch with me got more than normal. So, for now, I'm going to continue doing the stitch with me's. There won't be one this week, because after I've finished doing all this, I'm going to be filming my mid-year whip parade. So I was hoping to get that up this week, but obviously plans change. So I'm going to be doing my mid-year whip parade, so that will probably be on Wednesday this week. So yes, so hopefully I can get some stitching done this week. I'm hoping. So that's about it. Yeah, so that's it then, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching. It's so much appreciated. Keep an eye out for the mid-year whip parade. I say hopefully that should be up on Wednesday. I've got to find all the projects out first and do some counting ups, and so that's it from me then, guys. So again, until next time, take care, stay safe, happy stitching, and again, thank you very much for watching. Till then, guys, bye bye for now.